call me man. Holy shit. Only call me wear red. Oh my god, I'm gonna go jack off. I'm gonna go jack off, and I'm gonna go straight to sleep. Like I said, dude. I come, I'm instantly just sleeping. Like, it's maybe it's a perk of old age. You know what I'm saying? Did I max out the battle pass? Wait, did I just max out the battle pass? Those are the karate bottoms. I think I just did. Oh, that kind of looked like that battle pass. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Oh, see, so I get the karate bottoms level 40. Yeah, this battle pass sucks dick and balls, and I'm not the only one with that opinion. I thought people would be hyped for the battle pass. You know, like I made my video reacting about the balance changes in the new battle pass, and I was like super pissed at the battle pass. I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. Just like the instant look at it. But like I said, I don't like any battle passes. I think battle passes are horrible. I think we should stop accepting them, and I think battle passes are fucking stupid and dumb and childish and are a horrible way of monetization. They're just ridiculous. And I think Fortnite has done irreparable damage to the gaming industry as a whole. But yeah, this thing was ass. Like I said, even like I don't like Battle Pass in the first place, but all this shit is just recycled Tekken 7 content for the most part, and then other just like shitty stuff. Like I don't give a fuck about bags for my fucking avatar. Like who gives a shit? Like who wants this? Who gives a fuck? Like what the fuck even is this ball? Hold on, what the fuck is this thing? Ball. Items included in this content. Ball. For king. What does the ball do? Does it just float? Just floats near your head? Is it a floating ball? Who the fuck wants that? And I thought I'd be alone in this. Just like I thought I'd be alone in hating on Tekken 8. Or, yeah, hating on Tekken 8. I thought I'd be alone in all this. But apparently everyone hates Tekken 8 and everyone's hating on this battle pass. So it's literally just not me. It's not just me. And thank fucking God. Thank fucking God. But I thought I was alone in this, just like I was alone on the hate bandwagon for Street Fighter 6. They said I was alone on that for the most part. There were some people, like I said, you get the salty tweet from BenRD being like, you know, fucking just like, oh, I can't win and shit, and and the pro player here and there. But it's like, for the most part, the majority of the community was like butthurt, or wasn't really that butthurt. It was like, oh my god, Street Fighter 6 is so great. And then you had Maximilian showing for it and being like, oh my god, Street Fighter 6 is so great. But it's like, from my understanding, even Maximilian is saying this game is shit. Even Sajam's saying this game is shit. And Sajam loves jerking off the new thing. Dude, Sajam's such a fucking shell. He loves jerking off the new thing. And even he's saying it's shit. But he's saying it in a low-key, like I said, I saw Sajam's video where he's like, oh, this game's fucking shit. But don't call it shit. That was basically, in a nutshell, his video is, this game's shit. But don't call it shit, because then people who like the game aren't going to think it's that good. And it's like, well, they shouldn't think it's that good. It's fucking shit. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It's just funny. Like, literally, it's just unanimous. Everyone thinks this game is fucking shit. Anyone who plays it. Anyone who knows literally anything about fighting games who plays this game is like, wow, this game is fucking terrible. Even Sajam says this game is fucking terrible. And it's just like... But he says it, I just love the video where it takes 10 minutes to basically say, this game is shit, but don't go around calling it shit. Say some good things about the game, or else everyone's going to think it's shit. And it's like, well, you know, if it looks like shit, it smells like shit, if it tastes like shit, it's probably shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't have to go here and try to find some good thing about this shit. You know what I mean? It's like, this is some nice shit. It's like, no, it's fucking shit. And it's like, oh, but everyone knows it's shit, right? Everyone knows it's shit. Everyone has their problem with the shit. So it's like, what do you want me to say that's nice about the game? Oh yeah, I like the nutty texture. It's just like peanut butter. What? It's fucking shit, my guy. Who cares? Who fucking, like, all I'm saying is if it looks like shit, it tastes like shit, it smells like shit, it's probably a stinking pile of shit. And don't sit here and say, oh, well, you know, everybody's gonna think it's shit if you keep calling the game shit. Yes! Everyone will think the game's shit. Because everyone who plays the game regularly thinks it's fucking shit. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, oh, these people who don't think the game is shit, they're all beginning, like, there's the Justin Wong tweet recently. Justin Wong said, it was something along the lines of this: why is everyone mad at Tekken 8? Or why is high-level players mad at Tekken 8? Is it legacy skill not carrying over? I'm trying to remember it like word for word, but I know this isn't. Is it legacy skill not carrying over, or what? All I hear is good things from new players. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. Because new players are fucking ass. And it's like, you're going to sit here and say, well, these new players are... I don't know if Drawing's saying that, because, like I said, it wasn't unclear. But it's like, oh, these new players are Mighty Ruler and fucking purple ranks and blue ranks and shit. I'm sure they fucking are. I'm sure I'm going to get somebody to say, oh, well, I'm a new player. I'm new to Tekken and I'm Mighty Ruler, or I'm fucking food. I'm sure the fuck you are. I'm sure you... I don't doubt it. I don't think you're lying. That's the problem. That does not make you a high-level player. That makes everyone else in a Fujin a low-level player. A person who just started the game's been out for what, 3 months now? A person who just started playing Tekken 3 months ago should not be able to reach Fujin within that time. Bullshit. Just bullshit. It shouldn't be that quick. You're not a fucking... Unless you're like a fucking prodigy, a savant, unless there's something with you, but it's the vast majority of people are reaching Mighty Ruler to Fujin by this time. And they're completely new to the game. It's like... You know... But it's like... I don't know. But it's like... And I'm going to loop this back to the Sajam thing. But... I actually replied on that. Now, I got like 14 views because, I don't know, I'm like shadow banned on fucking everything, I think. Because I say fucking retarded like every 5 seconds. So that's probably why I don't get much traction. And also, I have no social media presence whatsoever. So, Jesus, it's all up in my throat. That's what she said. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I responded to that basically saying I had to like cut it off because Elon Musk is a fucking homunculus retard and is ruining Twitter. I'm joking. No, but I only had so many words, and basically the gist of what I said, I wish I could go more in depth with this, but I am kind of rambly. The gist of what I said is it's not legacy. It's not about legacy. It's not that legacy skill is not crossing over. That's bullshit. It's that... The issue is that offense is way too strong, making one-sided games. That's it. That's the core of the issue. And that's the core of the issue with Strive. That's the core of the issue with Street Fighter 6 as well. They all three of these games within the past couple of years have the same exact issue. The issue is offense is way too strong to the point where it creates one-sided games, and the only way to prevent that is to reverse the situation and then make the game one-sided yourself. And some characters are going to do better in that environment than others, and that's another problem, right? You know, the character like Brian with a 20-frame power crush that is not a heat engager is not going to do as good as, let's say, Victor with a 15-frame power crush that is a heat engager. Just simply not. I don't have as many panic buttons. I don't have as many options to reverse the situation. I rely mainly on Mach Punch to do that. And that's a pain in the ass. I'm not supposed to. That's supposed to be a keep out tool and not a panic button. But I'm using it as a panic button, which is problematic. But that's just a me thing. But yeah, like I said, the offense is way too fucking strong with these mid... Everybody's got mid fucking launchers. Mid plus on block launchers. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but it's like, it's not, I don't think it's not a legacy thing. It's not, legacy skill isn't crossing over or something. Like, shut the fuck up. It's not a legacy thing. And it doesn't matter. It's like, okay, if, it's just, you have to guess. You have to hold people's nuts so fucking much, it's not even funny. But yeah, the problem, it's just, yeah, but there's a million other problems with the game rather than that. And like I said, I don't like to, when a new game comes out and there's balance issues, I don't like to, like, just fucking dick ride on the balance issues. So many people do that, where they're like, the game's unbalanced, and they just like fucking harp on that forever and just like jerk themselves off. I don't like the game because the game's unbalanced. It's like the game just came out, man. They'll fix it, hopefully. But, I mean, I think there's no excuse for Tekken, though. I give Tekken less slack than others, because they make the same fucking game for like 20 years, man. They've made the same fucking game for like 20 years, dude. They know how to balance their game. They should know how to balance their game. And I'm telling you, they did most of this shit on purpose. I think they know what they're fucking doing. They just don't give a shit. They really don't give a fuck. Like I said, and like, Tekken 7 had this problem as well with trying to sell DLC. Now, this isn't a selling DLC thing yet. But, I mean, if they are going to try and go back to that model of selling DLC by making unbalanced characters, then they're going to have to nerf these characters. Because I can't imagine... Oh, my God, I don't want to jinx myself. I don't want to say this because I'm going to jinx myself. But I can't imagine the DLC characters being significantly stronger than a character like Fingwei. I can't imagine when it's like, oh, I'm not going to play Fingwei because fucking Lei is so strong. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine that. So if they want to sell DLC, because you have so many options for broken fucking characters right now. I feel like they're going to have to nerf these characters if they're going to want, what was I going to say? If they're going to want to have more broken DLC. But I just don't like how Tekken does this, because I think the Tekken devs should know how to balance their game by now. They should know what works and what doesn't. They produce the same fucking game, like, every single time, man. But I think that a lot of the balance things are on purpose. I think they want a ratio of people seeing some characters more than others, naturally. And not to mention DLC. But like I said, I think they want people to see Jin more than other characters. And I think Azucena, Victor, Reina, the newcomers are strong on purpose because they want people to see these characters. And a lot of people are like, oh, DLC is so broken. I don't think it's necessarily a DLC thing. I don't think Bandai Namco's as greedy as people think they are. I think they are greedy. Don't get me wrong. They're definitely more greedy than like Capcom or something, right? I think they are greedy, and they do a little bit of it. But I think it's more that they make their new characters broken on purpose because they want people to see the new characters, right? They want you to see Reina. They want you to see Victor. They want you to see Azucena. So I think they purposely made the characters broken on so you see them. Same thing with the Tekken 7 DLC. They made Fakumon broken. They made Leroy broken. They made Lydia broken. These are all newcomers. I guess, like, yes, Craig is broken as well. Craig is very strong. But, like, a lot of the other characters, and yeah, Julie is broken. So I guess, yeah, they are trying to sell DLC a little bit. But a lot of the other newcomers weren't really that broken. Like, Armor King was decent. I think he was, like, A tier throughout most of the game's life. Armor King was decent. Ganryu, I mean, nobody fucking played Ganryu. But he certainly wasn't fucking S+ tier. Lei? Yeah, like, what are we debating here? Lei? You'd think they'd make every fucking DLC broken if they're just trying to sell DLC, but I think it leans more, I think Craig has the design philosophy, Craig is going to be strong, like, Craig is one of those characters where it's like, he's hard to balance, he's either going to be really strong or he's going to be really weak, you know, and I think, like I said, I think grapplers, if you make grapplers in this game, it's naturally going to be like that, like a character like King. You know, they're either going to be really strong or they're going to be really weak. I think there's no middle ground. It's hard to balance those characters. I think Craig is a similar issue. But yeah, I think it's more that they want you to see newcomers. And Capcom did this as well. Capcom did this with Luke. They wanted you to see Luke. They wanted you to familiarize yourself with Luke. Because who the fuck wants to play Luke? When the game first came out. I think Luke's actually pretty cool now. But maybe it's because it worked on me. But like, you saw Capcom Cup. It's just Luke fucking everywhere. Because why would you play any other Shoto when Luke, Shoto, not Shota, pause, Shoto when Luke exists? That's the problem with, like, Street Fighter 5 and shit. I'm talking about Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 6, it's like I said, I haven't been paying attention to Street Fighter 6 at all. Like, I just don't care. Street Fighter 6 is like, I'm not a Street Fighter 6 player. I would never call myself a Street Fighter 6 player. If anyone asked me to play Street Fighter 6, I would say I don't play that game. I'm Diamond in Street Fighter. I'm fucking ass. Saying that diamond's like bronze, man. Like I said, there's even, like I said, you just get to pick your rank. I just couldn't play that game. I played it for like 2 weeks. I had one compilation I made, and I'm like, wow, this game is just like, I can't play this. So I just never did. I gave up on it. But yeah, like I said, what was I saying about the old Sajam thing? And I was gonna tie that back in. But yeah, like the thing is, and I was saying, I also said it's because offense is so strong because of the heat mechanics, right? It's just like, oh, you hit them once and you fucking win, right? Every game is one-sided, and I think with beginner new players, and not to mention even the chip, beginner new players, they're not going to use heat to that level. They aren't going to, if you just start playing the game, a lot of these people are not going to use heat to that extent. These guys in red ranks, I'm talking Tekken 8 red ranks and shit, they're not going to use heat to that extent. They're not going to use, all of their tools effectively. It's a different game. It's a different fucking game. Low-level Tekken, mid-level Tekken, high-level Tekken, pro Tekken. They're all different. Completely different fucking games. And what works and what doesn't work is different. That's how it is. And that's why beginner players don't have an issue with it. And if they do fight a guy who pulls out all this bullshit, all this like I said, they're playing like a Dragonov and stuff, and he's just plus over and over again, and just like absolutely fucking, makes them pray, right? If they do fight a guy like that, then a lot of times these beginner players, like I remember when I was a beginner, when I first started playing Tekken, I didn't know a fucking single thing that was going on the screen until I already invested like 20 hours into the game. I didn't even have a clue on what I was looking at half the time. I didn't know any of the animations. Everything just looked like a fever dream. Just people pulling shit out of their ass. It's the same, like I said, it's the same thing. So I already invested easily 20, 30, maybe even 50 hours into the game. I didn't even know what the fuck I was looking at half the time. So it's like, they're not going to know the difference of, because they don't know frame data, right? They're not going to know the difference of Dragonov being mega fucking +7 every 5 seconds from bullshit and heat mechanics and doing a shit ton of chip between the difference in people just doing fake shit and just mashing awful fucking strings that are minus and taking their turnbacks when they shouldn't. They aren't going to know the difference of that. So they're not going to feel this frustration. They're just going to be mashing as well, and they're going to be scrambling. Like I said, low-level Tekken is just a scrambly mess of just, and they're not going to utilize setups. They're not going to keep shit frame tight. It's a completely different game. So it's like it's not a legacy thing. And I think but the problem is, like, yes, they're having fun right now, but those who stay and are like, wow, I love Tekken 8, this game is great. Those who stay and they get better and they start watching, the main man content and stuff like that. And this is kind of what Sajam was saying was, oh, they're going to get discouraged, though, to keep playing the game if everyone's just calling it shit. And they don't understand why it's shit, right? And I understand that, yeah. That's why, like I said, I don't watch content for video games unless I've already got my own opinions on them, right? When a game first comes out, I don't watch anything of it because subconsciously, even as someone like me who's pretty well experienced, I've played Tekken for a long time. I know, I'm not going to say I'm good at Tekken, but I know what's right. I know what's wrong. What was I going to say? My brain just completely shut off. But yeah, even I watching, if I watch random people's content, right? If I watch the main man or Frame Whisperer or Eris or something or Sajam, right? Even their opinions, even if it's shit, they're going to influence me whether I realize it or not. They're going to influence me at least a little bit. Subconsciously, even. They're going to influence me. So that's why I try to avoid it. I want to come up with my own opinion first. Right? But I understand, right? And they get discouraged, right? But let's say everyone's saying, oh, wow, the game's Sunshine and Rainbows like Sajam wants you to. Okay, so I know Sajam directly says that he's not saying that you should just be positive with the game and only say good things about the game, that you're allowed to complain about the game. But here's where I also have another issue with that I didn't bring up here, is that there's not good things to say about the game. I'm gonna be dead ass. There isn't good things you can say about the game that you can't say about a previous Tekken game, because really the only difference between this game and Tekken 7 is the heat system. And honestly, the heat system is bad. It's bad. It's a terrible fucking system. There's nothing good that I can physically say about it. There's nothing that I like about it, and personally, I wish it was removed. If I could just snap my fingers, gone, no more heat, I'd fucking take that. And guess what? That would be Tekken 7, right? The heat system is a terrible fucking system. It's fucking stupid, it's horrible, and it's the root of this problem. The heat system is the root of the problem. And it doesn't do anything, it's not interesting, it doesn't do anything good, it doesn't add any deep, complex mind games or anything like that. All it does, there's no benefit to it. There's no benefit to it at all. It's a horrible fucking system, and it needs, like, it's just, I can't say anything good. Sorry. Anyway, what I was saying was, there's nothing good that you can even say. Right? There's nothing that you can say that is good about this game that previous Tekken games do not offer. And the thing is Sajam's going around and saying, well, you should try and find some positive things. Don't just keep shitting and ragging on the game, which I get it. It does get kind of repetitive. It does get kind of annoying after a while. Everyone's shitting and ragging on the game. But the problem is, everyone actually has fucking issues with the game. People actually don't like the game. That's why the game has mostly negative reviews, which at the time of making this video, this was like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know. I don't remember when this game got negative reviews. I think that was only like a week ago, because I'm making this pretty late. But yeah, so at the time of this, it might have only had mixed reviews, but very few games even get mixed reviews, much less mostly negative reviews. That's really fucking bad if a game gets negative reviews. That's really, really, really fucking bad. So many people have a problem with this game. It's not just a hate bandwagon, right? And maybe it's due to the ripple effect, but I think it's more than that. There's so many games where people just shit on them, and people still go and like the game, and it gets, you know, mostly positive or something like that. There's so many games that people shit on them. Like, a lot of people are ragging and just shitting on Street Fighter 6, saying nothing positive about the game. That didn't cause a ripple effect. That didn't make new beginner players or intermediate players or people change their minds about the game. This ripple effect is not the issue. This ripple effect is not what's causing these mostly negative reviews. It's not what's causing the negative reviews. The negative reviews, the reason people don't fucking like it is because the game isn't fucking good. The game is shit. The heat system is problematic. It offers nothing in the way, and I don't want to get into that, because that's like, I could make a 30-minute to an hour video just shitting on the heat system. I'm really not going to get into that right now. But what was I saying? The thing is there's really not a lot positive you can say. I'm not going to go out of my way, and I'm not going to force myself to say something positive. And even you aren't. I don't see Sajam saying anything positive about the game. I really fucking don't. Let's say Sajam wants you to fucking, he beams lasers into every fighting game player's heads, and just with his fucking massive mega mind brain, he just starts shooting lasers into your heads, giving you commands, and now nobody is allowed to say anything wrong with Tekken. They still feel this way, but just like if they try to say like Tekken shit, the words that come out of their mouth is instead Tekken's great, right? That's what happens. Sajam's magic world where nobody says anything bad about Tekken, right? Let's say that happens. But you still feel like it's shit, right? A beginner player is going to be like, wow, Tekken's great. I love this game. Everybody's saying the game's great. I love this game. And they're going to keep playing the game. They're going to get better at the game. And at some point, they're going to run into a wall, right? They're going to become an intermediate level player, and they're going to run into a wall where they start realizing, what do I do in this matchup? What do I do against fucking having to hold Azucena's nuts, or Dragunov's nuts, or Deviljin's nuts, or whoever's nuts. Whoever's nut. Insert the character you like the least. Whose nuts do you not want to hold the least, right? Those guys' nuts. Whoever's nuts you don't want to hold, those guys' nuts. And they sit there and think, oh, what do I do about it? And it's like, wow, there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta mash on their plus frames, or sidestep when they could fucking launch you for that. You have to do something like that, right? You have to do one of those options. And then it's like they reach that point and they start getting frustrated with the game. And then when they reach that point and realize, wow, this game is fucking terrible, then it's like, oh shit. Then they're gonna fucking complain about the game. Naturally, because the game's shit. That's what it is. It's fucking shit. Yes, they're having fun with the game in fucking Brawler. Awesome. Good for them. But if they get any better than that, then they're going to get fucking irritated and realize, wow, this is really fucked up that I just have to hold this guy's nuts for the rest of the round until I die. And there's no escape from it. Wow, that's fucked up. And they're going to complain about it. Because you want to know what? The game is shit. Don't try to fucking sit here and gaslight me and tell me not to call it shit. Even though you're going to sit here and call the game shit. I said that video is like, bruh. I still liked it. Like I said, I mean, I get his point. I understand where it's like, yes, don't be a fucking, like, don't just sit there and bitch and moan. But it's hard fucking not to. It's hard not to say good things about eating shit. If there was a steamy hot pile of horse shit and you had to eat it, it's hard to say very good things about it. It's really fucking hard, dude. I like the texture. It's like creamy, chunky peanut butter. Extra creamy peanut butter with little chunks. Very interesting. I like its warm feel while it slides down my throat. Yes. It reminds me of my grandmama's rice pudding. Like, shut the fuck up. It's shit, dude. It's horse shit. It's hard to eat that without gagging. That's what Tekken 7 is, man. That's what Tekken 7 is. It's nutty, disgusting, gooey fucking horse shit. But it's like, before that horse ate the game, before that horse ate Tekken and made it horse shit, it was like, I don't know, good meat or something. What the fuck do horses eat? Carrots? Apples? It was a good-ass apple. But then he ate it and turned it into shit. The horse in this example is Harada. The horse in this example is Harada and Murray. That's the horse. Anyway, fuck. I'm gonna go eat some chicken, get a drink, and just pass the fuck out, dude. Said, I'm gonna... Oh my god. That's the best sleep ever. That's another thing, bro, with old age. Dude, eating chicken makes you tired, man. I don't remember that shit. Like, you know, like the itis? God, I remember seeing when I was a kid, that Boondocks episode about the itis. You know that shit? Where it's like they all eat the burgers and they're like, oh, I got the itis. And they fucking, like, get all tired. And I never understood that. I never got that feeling when I was a kid. You know, I'd eat all kinds of food. I'd eat all kinds of meat and shit like that and chicken and stuff. Now it's like, dude, I can't eat a fucking Chipotle burrito without feeling tired afterwards, man. It's crazy, dude, how I mean, old hits you, man. It's like, I'm not even that fucking old. It's like, yeah, I can imagine being 50 years old. I might just kill myself if I get to, like, 50 years old. I might just, like, fucking blow my brains out with a shotgun. You know? It's just like, dude, it's just, I couldn't, like, walking up a flight of stairs probably makes you fucking tired. Like, I understand, like, dude, I understand old people now, man. It's just, like, it just gets worse with age. Everything, and the older you get, everything just makes you more fucking tired. But yeah, I'm done. We're good. I'm gonna go eat some chicken. I'm gonna come, and then I'm gonna go lay down, and then if I still feel like shit tomorrow, I'm gonna blow my brains out with a shotgun. And if you don't see me within a week, you know what happened.